My fiancée told me another man proposed and she said yes, so I sent all the evidence to his controlling mother. You should appreciate that I'm being honest instead of cheating. That's what my fiancée said to me Tuesday night when she told me she accepted another man's proposal, while still engaged to me, while wearing my ring. I'm Graham, 32, commercial pilot for a regional airline based out of Phoenix. I've been with Qley, 30, for 3 years, engaged for 8 months. Wedding's supposed to be in 6 months. Venue booked, deposits paid, the whole thing. We live together in my condo. Or we did until Tuesday. I need to know if I'm losing my mind here because her entire family is acting like I'm the one being unreasonable. So here's what happened. Tuesday evening around 7 p.m., I just got back from a 3-day rotation. I was exhausted thinking about ordering pizza and crashing. Qley came home from work with this weird, serious expression. Not upset, just determined. I don't know, red flag I missed. We need to talk. I need to be honest with you. My stomach dropped. Those words never mean anything good. I was thinking maybe she was pregnant or lost her job or her mom was sick. Something we could handle together. Wyatt proposed to me yesterday at lunch. I said yes. I literally laughed, like I thought she was joking. Some weird inside joke I wasn't getting, but she just stood there staring at me with this earnest expression. My laugh died. Wait, what? You're serious? I know this is hard, she said, like she's a therapist delivering bad news, but I have to follow my heart. My brain couldn't process it. But you're already engaged to me. I know, that's why I'm telling you I'm choosing him. She proceeded to explain, and I'm not making this shit up, that Wyatt is her college ex-boyfriend who she dated for 3 years. They broke up 7 years ago. He recently transferred to her pharmaceutical company's Phoenix office about 4 months ago. They reconnected. The feelings never went away. He's her soulmate. And here's the kicker. I settled with you because I thought Wyatt was gone forever, but now he's back and I have to be true to myself. I was standing in my own condo after working my ass off for 3 years to build a life with this woman, and she was telling me I was the backup plan. Get out, I said. My voice was weirdly calm. Pilot training, I guess. Stay composed in emergencies. Can we talk about this like adults? Get out. Right now, take whatever you need for tonight. Get out of my house. She had the audacity to look hurt, like I was being mean. She packed a bag and left for her parents' place. Then she texted me an hour later. I hope you can be happy for me eventually. This doesn't have to be ugly. I called her parents to explain what happened. I thought surely they'd be horrified, right? Their daughter just blew up a 3-year relationship and an engagement for her college ex. But no, her dad. Wyatt's a good man, Graham. We always hoped they'd reconnect someday. Her mom. You're taking this too personally. She's just following her heart. At least she's being honest with you instead of just leading you on. I'm sorry, what? Taking it too personally. She accepted another proposal while engaged to me. They've apparently always loved Wyatt more than me. He's from a good family. They own car dealerships in Scottsdale. He's successful. He's respectable. Meanwhile, I'm just the guy who flies planes for a living and apparently isn't good enough. Since Tuesday, I've been a wreck. I canceled the wedding venue yesterday, lost a $3K deposit, but I don't give a shit. I told my family and friends. My sister Sloan wants to destroy her on social media. My co-pilot Hayes told me, brother, she's insane. Count your blessings. But here's what's messing with my head. Qley genuinely doesn't think she did anything wrong. She keeps texting me about being civil and handling this maturely. Her family is backing her up. Some of our mutual friends are giving me the love is complicated speech. Am I insane? Is accepting another man's proposal while engaged just a preference change now? How is this real? I keep thinking I'm going to wake up and this is just a nightmare from eating bad airplane food. But nope. My fiancé really just picked another man and expected me to be understanding about it. Someone please tell me I'm not the only person who thinks this is absolutely batshit crazy. Update 1, posted 1 week later. Sorry for the delay. Work had me pulling back-to-back rotations, and honestly I needed to not think about this for a few days. So I did some digging into this Wyatt guy, and it gets so much worse, but also, I think I found a solution. First, immediate aftermath stuff. Qley's been staying at her parents' house. She took most of her clothes and personal items from the condo. I kept the engagement ring. She didn't even ask for it back, which is weird. I've been sleeping like shit, can't focus on anything. Hayes basically forced me to take a few personal days because I was flying like garbage, his words. I told my family everything. My sister Sloane was furious. Like she wanted to go full nuclear on social media, blast Qley publicly, the whole thing. I told her to hold off. My dad just shook his head and said, some people show you who they really are eventually, better now than after the wedding. But here's where it gets interesting. I couldn't sleep Sunday night, so at like 2 a.m. I looked up this Wyatt Harding guy. LinkedIn first, regional sales manager at the same pharmaceutical company as Qley. Looks like he transferred to the Phoenix office 4 months ago. Decent career, nothing special. Then I checked Facebook because apparently he has 0 privacy settings. Guys, this man's Facebook is a goldmine of red flags. Every single post has his mother tagged or mentioned. Sunday dinner with the best woman in my life photo with his mom. Mom helped me pick out new suit for the regional meeting. Nobody makes lasagna like mom. Morning coffee with my favorite person, another photo with his mom. His mother Helen comments on everything, and I mean everything. He posts about having a good day at work. She replies, that's my special boy. He posts about getting his car washed. She replies with 3 heart emojis. There was a post from 2 weeks ago that made my blood run cold. Big things coming. Mom says follow your heart. I went deeper. Found his address through a mutual connection on LinkedIn. The man lives 0.3 miles from his mother. Less than a mile, in an apartment complex that's walking distance to her house. I called our mutual friend Devin at like 11 on Monday. Devin went to college with both Qley and Wyatt. I asked him straight up, what's the deal with Wyatt Harding? Long pause, then, oh man, that Wyatt, Qley's college ex. Yeah, she left me for him. Jesus Christ. Dude, Qley was absolutely destroyed when Wyatt dumped her senior year, like cried for months. We all hated him. What happened? His mom didn't approve of Qley, said she was too independent or some shit. Wyatt broke up with her via text after his mom told him to. Can you believe that? 3-year relationship ended by text because his mommy said so. And now Qley wants him back. Apparently the heart wants what it wants, Devin said sarcastically. Even if what it wants is a 33-year-old man who can't make a decision without calling his mother. This is what she left me for. A guy who dumped her via text 7 years ago because his mom didn't like her, and now she thinks it's true love. I spent the next few hours doing more research. Found Helen Harding on Facebook public profile, very active. Every post is about Wyatt. My son, the regional manager. Sunday family dinner with my boy. So proud of my successful son. And here's the thing that made me smile for the first time in a week. I found an old post from about 7 years ago on one of Wyatt's friends' pages. Someone commented, can't believe Wyatt's mom made him dump Qley. That was brutal. Helen had replied to that comment, because of course she monitors everything. Wyatt needs someone who understands family values and respects tradition. That girl was not suitable. So 7 years ago, Helen didn't think Qley was suitable. And 2 weeks ago, Wyatt proposed to Qley. You know what I don't see anywhere on his Facebook or his mother's Facebook? Any mention of a new girlfriend or fiancé. No announcement, nothing. Because Wyatt proposed without asking mommy's permission first. I started laughing at 2 a.m. in my dark condo, just full on losing it. Because I realized something. Qley thinks she won her soulmate back, but she has no idea what she actually got. See, I did some more digging. Found out through Qley's coworker Amber, who I'm still friends with on social media, that Wyatt still has his mom listed as his emergency contact at work. Not Qley. His mom. I have all the evidence saved. Screenshots of Qley's Instagram story where she posted about Wyatt's proposal before deleting it 3 hours later. Too late, I got it. Text messages where she told me Wyatt and I are meant to be. The timeline of everything. And I have Helen Harding's Facebook Messenger. My co-pilot Hayes asked me today what I'm going to do. I told him I'm going to do exactly what Qley did, be honest. Just share information. Let people make their own choices. The message is drafted. I'm sending it Friday night. And then I'm going to sit back and watch what happens when a controlling mother finds out her precious son proposed to an already engaged woman without her approval or knowledge. Qley wanted her fairy tale ending with her soulmate. Let's see how that works out for her. Update 2 posted 2 weeks later, you guys. Oh my God. I sent the message to Helen last Friday at 8 p.m. Kept it professional and factual. No emotion, no anger, just information. Mrs. Harding, I don't know you, but I think you should know this. Your son Wyatt recently proposed to a woman named Qley Brennan. What he may not have mentioned is that Qley was, and technically still is, engaged to me. We've been together for 3 years, engaged for 8 months with a wedding planned for this spring. I'm attaching evidence of our engagement, the timeline of events and screenshots of conversations. I'm not looking for anything from you. I thought you would want to know the full situation before things go further. Then I attached everything. Photos of Qley and me from our engagement party, screenshots of her Instagram story with Wyatt's proposal, text messages where she told me she was choosing Wyatt. Wedding venue contract showing our names and dates, everything. I hit send and put my phone down, told Hayes what I did. He bought me a beer and said, now we wait. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. I get a response. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. This is absolutely unacceptable. I will handle this. That's it. 3 sentences. But guys, the tone. Even through Facebook Messenger, I could feel the cold fury. I responded, that's all I needed. Thank you for your time. Then I waited. Monday morning, I was in the cockpit running pre-flight checks when my phone started blowing up. Text from Devin. Dude, did you hear what happened at Qley's office? I waited until after my flight to call him back. He could barely get the words out because he was laughing so hard. Here's what happened. Monday, around 10 a.m. Helen Harding walked into the pharmaceutical company's main office in Phoenix, asked the receptionist for Wyatt Harding. Receptionist called him down from the 3rd floor. Wyatt came down to the lobby, saw his mother. Apparently his face went white, and then Helen started screaming. In the lobby, in front of the receptionist, clients waiting for appointments, other employees. You proposed to an engaged woman, without asking me. After everything I told you about being careful, she's manipulative. I knew she wasn't right for you. Wyatt tried to calm her down, get her to leave, but Helen was just getting started. Qley heard the screaming from her desk on the 2nd floor, came down to see what was happening. Big mistake. Helen turned on her like a rabid dog. You snake! Stay away from my son. You're engaged to another man and you're trying to seduce my Wyatt. He deserves better than a cheater. I will not let you ruin his life. Security had to escort Helen out of the building. She was shouting the entire time about how Qley was a homewrecker and manipulator who was trying to trap her son. The entire office saw it. Qley was crying at her desk. Wyatt went back upstairs without saying a word to her. That afternoon, according to Amber, who overheard Qley on the phone, Wyatt called Qley. My mother is right. This was a mistake. We can't do this. Don't contact me again. And then he blocked her on everything. Phone, social media, email, everything. Qley tried calling him at work. He had reception tell her he was unavailable. She tried going to his apartment that evening. He didn't answer the door. Mama's boy chose Mama. What a surprise. Tuesday afternoon I got texts from Qley. Lots of texts. Did you do this? Wyatt won't talk to me. His mother came to my office, Graham. She humiliated me in front of everyone. I waited a few hours before responding. Just do what? You know what? You contacted his mother, didn't you? I shared information with someone who I thought should have it. What happened after that wasn't my doing. You're cruel. You destroyed my happiness. And here's what I wrote back. I'm actually proud of this. Qley, you accepted another man's proposal while wearing my engagement ring. You told me to my face that I was someone you settled for. You chose a guy who dumped you via text 7 years ago because his mommy told him to. You really thought that was going to work out. I didn't destroy anything. You chose a mama's boy. He chose his mama. That's not my fault. That's just who he is. You knew that 7 years ago. Don't contact me again. Then I blocked her. The group chat with our mutual friends has been insane. Even people who initially tried to be diplomatic about the situation are now like, wait, his mom showed up at her office. and he ghosted her after one phone call from mommy. Devin sent me a message last night. Dude, everyone thinks she's insane now, even the people who were trying to defend her. She left you, a stable guy with a good career who actually loved her, for a 33-year-old man who still needs his mother's permission for everything. The irony is freaking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Watching this unfold has been the most satisfying thing I've experienced in a long time. Qley spent 3 years with me, threw it all away for a fantasy, and reality hit her in the face with the force of a cargo plane. She wanted her college sweetheart back. She got exactly what she chose, and it lasted less than 2 weeks. And me? I'm sleeping better than I have in weeks. The condo feels lighter somehow, like bad energy just left. One more thing I forgot to mention. I got a partial refund on the engagement ring. Jeweler felt bad for me when I explained what happened and gave me 70% back even though their policy is no refunds. Small victory, but I'll take it. I'll update if anything else crazy happens, but I think the drama is pretty much over. Wyatt chose his mother, shocking to no one. Qley is facing the consequences of her choices, and I'm moving forward with my life. Thanks for all the support, guys. This subreddit has been therapeutic as hell. Final update posted 4 weeks later. Alright guys, final update because the situation has completely resolved itself, and honestly I just want to close this chapter. The fallout has been more extensive than I thought it would be. Here's everything that's happened over the past few weeks. According to Amber, who's been my inside source at Qley's office, Wyatt didn't just block Qley. He went nuclear. He requested and got transferred to a completely different floor in the building. He changed his entire routine, different gym, different lunch spots, different Starbucks. The man reorganized his entire life to avoid running into her. But here's the kicker. Devin told me last week that Wyatt is already dating someone new. Some woman his mother approved of. They've been seeing each other for about 3 weeks now. His Facebook, still public, still a goldmine, has posts like, "Mom loves my new girlfriend," with photos of all 3 of them at dinner. 3 weeks. He moved on in 3 freaking weeks. When Qley found out, Amber said she locked herself in the bathroom and cried for an hour. Her work performance has been tanking. She's missing deadlines, showing up late, leaving early. Her manager pulled her aside for a concerned conversation about her focus. This is where it gets interesting. Qley's parents were furious with me at first. Her dad sent me a nasty email about how I sabotaged their daughter's happiness and couldn't handle her finding true love. I responded once. Your daughter accepted another man's proposal while engaged to me. I simply provided factual information to someone who deserved to know it. What happened after that was entirely the result of your daughter's choices and Wyatt's character. I didn't sabotage anything. She sabotaged herself by choosing a man who she already knew would abandon her for his mother's opinion. That's not on me. They blocked me after that. But apparently, Qley's relationship with her parents has gotten strained too, because they were the ones who pushed her toward Wyatt. They kept saying Wyatt was always the one, and Graham is fine, but Wyatt is from a good family. Now they're embarrassed because their daughter is the office joke and their golden boy Wyatt dumped her again, same as 7 years ago. Her mom apparently said something like, "Well, we didn't know he was that attached to his mother," and Qley snapped back with, "You pushed me to leave Graham for him." So there's tension there now. Our mutual friend group pretty much unanimously sided with me once the full story came out. Even people who initially tried to be diplomatic with the "love is complicated" stuff changed their tune when they learned the entire story. Devin told me straight up, "Everyone thinks she lost her mind, man. Like, we're genuinely concerned about her judgment." The wedding venue apparently shared her story, without names, on their vendor warning group about clients who cancel for dramatic reasons. Industry gossip travels fast. Week 3, she tried to reconcile with me. Not Wyatt, me. First, she showed up at my condo. I saw her through my Ring doorbell. Didn't even open the door, just spoke through the intercom. "Graham, please, can we talk?" "No, leave or I'm calling the police for trespassing." I made a mistake. I was confused. I was caught up in a fantasy, but you made your choice. Now you get to live with it. Leave. She stood there for another 5 minutes before finally leaving. Then she texted from a new number. I'd blocked her old one. Can we please just talk? I realize now what I had with you. I was stupid. I was chasing something that wasn't real. I blocked that number too. Then she sent a letter to my condo, an actual handwritten letter. I didn't even open it, just threw it straight in the trash. Finally, last week, she sent an email to my work email, last resort, I guess. I lost Wyatt, I lost you. My coworkers judge me every day. My parents are disappointed in me. I destroyed my own life. Was this worth it to you? Did you get what you wanted? I stared at that email for a solid 10 minutes. Hayes looked over my shoulder and said, don't respond. Nothing good comes from engaging. But I responded anyway, one last time. Qley, you didn't lose me. You threw me away for someone else. You chose a mama's boy who dumped you via text 7 years ago, proposed without his mother's permission, and predictably chose her over you again when she objected. I didn't make him do that. His character did. You chose poorly, twice. That's on you. You wanted your college sweetheart fantasy. You got exactly what you chose, and it turned out to be empty. I'm not sorry that you're facing the natural results of your own decisions. Don't contact me again through any channel. We're done. I haven't heard from her since. As for me, life's been good. The condo feels completely different now. Lighter. I redecorated the bedroom, got rid of anything that reminded me of her. Bought new bedding, new curtains, the whole thing. I've been casually dating. Nothing serious yet, but it's been good to just meet new people and remember what it's like to be with someone who actually values you. My sister Sloane is proud of me for not going nuclear publicly. Her words. My dad said, you handled it like a man. No drama, just consequences. Hayes has been a solid friend through all this. Kept me focused on work, dragged me out when I was wallowing, told me when I was being stupid. Good co-pilot, better friend. The final interaction I'll share. 2 days ago, I ran into Qley's dad at the grocery store. He saw me, I saw him. I nodded politely and kept walking. He didn't say anything. Just looked uncomfortable and went down a different aisle. That felt like closure somehow. Qley is still at the same pharmaceutical company because she can't afford to quit. She sees Wyatt occasionally in the building. He looks through her like she's invisible. Her office reputation is destroyed. Her family relationships are strained. And she has to live with the knowledge that she threw away a 3-year relationship for a 2-week fantasy. I'm moving forward. The ring is sold. The wedding is canceled. The relationship is over. Do I have moments where I think about what could have been? Sure. But then I remember her saying, I settled with you, and I realize I dodged a freaking missile. Anyone who could throw away 3 years that easily and feel entitled to someone's understanding about it isn't someone I want to build a life with. I used to wonder what was wrong with me that she'd choose him over me. Spent nights lying awake thinking about what I could have done differently, what I was lacking, why I wasn't enough. Now I realize nothing was wrong with me. Everything was wrong with her judgment. She chose nostalgia over reality. She chose a fantasy over a partnership. She chose a man who she knew would abandon her for his mother's opinion because he already did it once before. That's not on me. That's on her. And honestly, I'm grateful I found out who she really was before I married her. Better a broken engagement than a divorce. I'm closing this chapter, moving on, living my life, and I'm genuinely happy about where I'm heading. Thanks for all the support, Reddit. This community helped me realize I wasn't crazy, I wasn't overreacting, and I deserved better than being someone's backup plan. Time to fly forward, literally and figuratively.